Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Tuesday, the 21st of July, 2026. Admittedly, today did not go according to plan. What I thought would happen is that we would have big excitement for something that I had in the works, and then it all fell flat on its face. In addition, an ongoing playthrough that we've been doing for 2 months and over 30 hours finally sputtered out and slowed down to the point where we decided to stop playing it. And so, yeah, the momentum, the crazy good momentum that we have had the last week, right, has finally kind of died out, at least for today. However, I am hoping that we can get it back tomorrow. Let's talk all about it, shall we? So, today on the DSP Morning Show, once again, no real focused topic. Instead, it was just kind of chatting about various things, including, get this, because I had such amazing support in the last several days. And because we had opened all of the TCG cards, we did all of the Pokemon Pitch Black box, right? We then finished the Stellar Miracle box yesterday, and I owed you guys packs. I knew I wanted to have more cards to open today, so therefore I actually left my house, went out this morning before the stream, and got another box of Pitch Black. Okay? Now, is that ideal? No. We just opened Pitch Black. So obviously, all the normal cards we already have seen. The only real thing that's going to be special is if we get some nice reverse holos or hits. And as you know, from opening a box of Pokemon cards, there's probably maybe anywhere from 5 to 8 hits in a box on average, but there's 36 packs, which means unless you're opening an exorbitant amount of packs a stream, you may not see a hit for several, streams or several pack openings. Well, the good news is there's also nice EX cards. I don't particularly think we got too many EX cards in the first box that I opened, so there's still some to do here. But I know ideally people weren't that excited. They were like, oh, it's Pitch Black again. Well, yeah, but what can I do? This is what's readily available, like kind of right now. That's what I ran out and I got. So how did that go? Well, let me put it this way. I think there would have been a lot more excitement if I could have gotten something else on short notice, and I tried. Over the weekend, you guys supported all of my content in droves. Because of that, people seem to have a desire to possibly get some different kinds of cards. And they said, well, what about the Final Fantasy Magic cards? And I said, you know what? Because people supported me so well, I will get them. And I did. I actually bought a box, and I tried to get it here as soon as possible via, as the fastest shipping and everything that I could do so that we could have it for today. And they were supposed to arrive today, and I actually do think there would have been interest if it arrived today. The problem is, guess what? While I was doing the morning show, I got an update saying, oh, delayed in transit. Huh? For what? And actually, I actually talked about this at the same time. I've had other things that I've been ordering recently that also keep saying delayed in transit. We ordered some nuts to give the wildlife who live out behind my house, like squirrels and birds. That also got delayed in transit. So what's going on right now? I don't know, and they don't tell you. So what sucked is I think if we had had the Final Fantasy cards today, which is totally new set, hype because people love Final Fantasy, I do too, I think we would have got people rallied and excited. Instead, it was just kind of a, okay day. I'm not shocked. So how did the day go? Well, I still owed you guys 2 packs of cards from last night's stream, and I said, hey, if we get support today, we'll do a nice big DSP pack rips on the first stream. So let's get support. Let's go, right? Today was Dark Souls 2, and today was all about the Iron Keep. We basically beat the entirety of the Iron Keep in today's stream. Surprisingly enough, lighting, for the most part, wasn't an issue. Reason being, it's really light in the Iron Keep. There's lava and fire everywhere, right? There's one corridor that's very dark, but outside of that, you could probably see everything almost all the time. The other thing, though, is that the Iron Keep is incredibly difficult. It is. In this version, Scholar of the First Sin, they loaded this area with an insane amount of enemies. So you really get pummeled in the Iron Keep in Scholar of the First Sin. This was no exception, man. And I was also nonstop getting invaded by trolls who were abusing the game, hacking, cheating, and destroying my armor every time that they had a chance. So yeah, it was really frustrating to try to do that and to basically have people messing with me while I was trying to play this really hard version of the game. Good news, by the end of the stream, we finished Iron Keep. Now, we could go back because I did miss a bunch of items. I didn't get the ring. I think there's a ring that lets you be protected from fire. That would allow us to go back to Iron Keep and get all the things down in the lava. We didn't get them. But for the most part, it's done. And the good news is I also leveled up my strength all the way. So now I can one-hand Vengarl's sword. So moving forward, I should be able to, wail on guys, maybe use a shield or maybe use a torch and see what I'm doing. That'll be cool. So good progress in Dark Souls today. How'd we do? Well, I think it was around $120 of support. It's not a terrible stream. It was enough to earn 2 more packs. So we did 4 pack openings on the first stream in the DSP pack rips. And the good news here is good progress because we got 2 hits. Sadly, hits not good enough to go on the wall. I wish they were, but they weren't good enough, but they were still good cards. Check out the DSP pack rips from this morning. Overall, I wouldn't call that a disaster. It was still a decent stream. Good progress in the game. Decent support. We got to open some packs. That's a good stream. Okay? Again, if it was Final Fantasy cards, I think it would have been better, but what can you do? The late stream tonight was TCG Card Shop Sim, and as I've been telling you guys, I really felt like we were nearing the end of this game's run. Why? We only had 1 more set of cards to open. That's it. Nothing else. We've done everything else in the game besides unlock end-game statues and things that all they do is bring more customers to the store. We've done tournaments. We've had cards worth $50,000, right? We've expanded the store. We expanded the deck room where people were playing the game. We've done it all. So tonight, as we were playing, we realized there's nothing left. Even the final deck that we got or the final cards, they're all the same. So we're like, man, everyone, including me, was bored. So we played it for like 45 minutes. And I said, all right, I think it's time to retire the game. Let's say, goodbye, good night and goodbye to TCG, which we did. And then I said, well, basically in the first hour, I made a whopping $14. I'm not kidding. Let's just do Chill with Phil because there's not enough time to really try to crush in anything else. I felt like if I rushed anything else or another game, people would be upset. So let's just do Chill with Phil, right? So we did. We did Chill with Phil for about an hour. Lots of Q&A, interesting topics. It was a good one. I had a good time. And overall, I think people enjoyed it. So, yes, I'm pleased. By the end of the night, guess what? We made like $50. That was it. So, again, if I had Final Fantasy cards, I think more people would have been excited. Being that it was the same Pitch Black cards, the excitement was definitely lessened. But it still had a great time. Listen, not every day is going to be a huge win. We've had some crazy huge days in the last week. I have no right to complain whatsoever. At the same time, yeah, of course, it could have done better. But TCG ran its course. What are you going to do, right? You got to move on. And that's what we're going to be doing now. So we actually had some good ideas and brainstorming about what we can do for future game playthroughs. Maybe we could look for a new horror game. I think I might actually start playing Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster soon. We'll talk about it later on in the week, notably probably on tomorrow's morning show, okay? But, that was the day. So today we opened 4 packs of cards, only 1 episode of DSP Pack Rips today. What can you do? TCG is done with now, and tomorrow we move on. We have another great day, okay? All right, so what are we doing tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's Wednesday. Remember, 9 straight days of streaming for me. I'm still here 3 more days. I know, it's pretty crazy. I've already worked 6. I'm here 3 more. So tomorrow, DSP Morning Show, continuation of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, where this time we're going to be doing the main story because we haven't done it in 2 streams. And tomorrow night, Pal World continues. Pal World is finally starting to open up to new content. I am getting new pals, and I'm doing things like riding them, using them as weapons. I didn't really do much of that in my first run. So we are starting to do new stuff. Maybe now we can actually take on the first boss. We'll see if we can do that tomorrow or not. Hopefully, these cards arrive tomorrow, but I don't know. Do you trust it? It says delayed in transit should arrive tomorrow. I don't know if I could trust it or not. I guess we'll have to see. Okay, everybody? All right, so thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed the content today. Thanks to those who did show up and support. Thanks to those who really long-term watched and supported TCG. I really appreciate that. I never expected that game would have the legs it did, but I'm glad that we got a good amount of content out of it and you guys enjoyed it. But now we're on to new stuff, okay? Everyone have a good night. See you tomorrow, and peace out.